Welcome to this week's Supply Chain Update, brought to you by Phoenix International. The International Longshoremen's Association is seeking wage increases for its 45,000 members, citing the robust financial performance of ocean carriers. Talks with the United States Maritime Alliance are currently on hold due to a dispute over automation projects at the Port of Mobile by Maersk. The ILA argues that wage increases should align with the significant profits reported by ocean carriers in recent years. Terminal operators in Seattle and Tacoma report the launch of 2 new Trans-Pacific services, signaling a recovery from 2 years of declining cargo volumes. This positions the Northwest Seaport Alliance for future growth. The first vessel in a new weekly service by COSCO and OOCL departed from Ningbo, China, making stops in Shanghai and Vancouver before reaching Seattle. Jeff Belderud, Chief Operations Officer at NWSA, emphasizes the gateway's readiness for increased business. U.S. retailers have revised their import forecasts upward through September, anticipating a 2.5% to 3.5% increase in consumer spending over 2023. The June Global Port Tracker report by the National Retail Federation and Hackett Associates indicates strong expected import volumes for the peak season, particularly at West Coast ports. Jonathan Gold of NRF notes that retailers are stocking up to meet rising demand, expecting continued robust consumer activity. Disruptions in container shipping have led to a significant shift towards air cargo, with increased volumes and rates out of Asia. In May, demand for air freight surged as cargo owners struggled to find space on ocean vessels. Analysts predict a solid year for global air cargo as companies turn to air freight to mitigate ocean shipping delays, particularly from Asia, the Middle East, and India. Negotiations between the Teamsters Union and Canadian National Railway were abandoned midway last week, reviving the threat of a rail strike. Initially set for May 22nd, the strike was paused for a safety review by the Canada Industrial Relations Board. Despite the CIRB review, bargaining continues, affecting both CN and Canadian Pacific Kansas City, with significant implications for rail transportation in Canada. The World Shipping Council reports a historic low in containers lost at sea in 2023, with only 221 out of 250 million containers lost, a significant drop from 661 in 2022. The report highlights ongoing safety initiatives and upcoming regulatory changes aimed at further reducing these incidents. WSC CEO John Butler emphasizes the importance of continued efforts to prevent container losses, noting the potential hazards each lost container represents. And that concludes our update on the global supply chain. Thank you for joining us. We will continue to monitor these developments and keep you informed. You can follow us on LinkedIn and YouTube for more supply chain related updates.